Just tell me just say why you did the coast to coast and why you chose to do it in March. Just whoever wants to speak.
Not really sure now we've done it.
I guess maybe sometimes we're sort of suckers for punishment, and quite a few people have done the coast to coast before. What kind of ways could we make it harder? Well, we'll do it in March. We'll do it off road.
Yeah. I don't know, I think I'd always wanted to do it, and then I sort of said to you, do you fancy this? Didn't I? And you're like, yeah, sounds really good. And we kind of forgot that the weather might be not very nice.
So day one we started at St Bees on the west coast of the UK, just sort of on the outskirts of the Lake District. And we had, was it
85k?
Yeah, it was about the same as today, wasn't it? 85k. And I guess like on any other ride, any other day, you'd be like 85k. Like it's a big old day in itself. But that's what we started off with. And we kind of skirted on an old sort of railway line for quite a while on a cycle path. And then we hit the Lake District. And then we went up and up and down and up.
And down and up again.
And down
and again.
A few more times. 4 times I think it was. And we went through some pretty spectacular scenery.
Yeah, it was amazing, wasn't it?
The day before, the weather forecast was looking pretty grim, but it wasn't quite as bad as we thought it would be. It was grim.
We had moments of sunshine actually.
Yeah,
it's hard to remember that far ago now, but it was all right.
Considering
could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. So then we finished our day in Ambleside. It was a big old day. We'd done 2,600
or 700 metres
of climbing, which is it's a pretty good day.
So day 2 we left Ambleside where we'd stayed the night, kind of wiggled away out of the Lake District and into the Howgill Fells. The weather forecast was pretty horrendous, and we had sort of 2 route options, so we could either choose ridiculously steep and probably really windy given the forecast, and really cold with the wind chill, and very rainy, but more rideable and better descent, or we could choose a lower route that was a bit longer and we knew was going to be like really, really, really boggy given the weather. So we decided to go high, and it was windy on the top, like to the point where you could barely stand, and really, really cold because it was torrential rain all day. We were just soaked to the skin. I think we were all wearing every single piece of clothing that we had.
I don't think I've ever cycled in as many layers as I did that day.
And we were still completely freezing. And then we just eventually somehow made it to Kirkby Stephen. I think the end of the day is a bit of a blur because we were just so cold.
Day 3 we started from Kirkby Stephen, and it was a big day more in terms of distance rather than the climbs. The 2 previous days was all about the climbs.
And off-road as well.
Off-road. So day 3, it was still a big day. It wasn't an easy day, but we had 100 kilometres, but it was we had a good mix of fast tracks and bits of road. So we kind of skirted from Kirkby Stephen and then through some of the into the Yorkshire Dales, and we ended up in Osmotherley. It was a big day. Like we had a bit. The weather was a bit friendlier to us, but it was still
warm and spring-like and really nice compared to the day before.
100 kilometres is still 100 kilometres.
So last day we left Osmotherley nice and early because we knew we still had a long day. It's not all downhill to the coast from there, unfortunately. Still have to cross the North Yorkshire Moors. So we climbed up, which was alright actually, wasn't it? Sort of road and track, and we had the wind behind us, which was really, really nice. And then we kind of skirted all the way around the moors on like Old Disused Railway, which was really fast, to sort of halfway point. And then things deteriorated a bit from there. The weather started to come in a bit more, and we just ended up on tracks that were boggy and muddy and horrible. And I think we both just wanted it to be over by then.
Yeah.
And you can see the sea, but you just know you've still got loads to go. So that was psychologically quite hard, but Yeah, still
It's one of
85k,
those.
so it's still a big day. But then so nice once you realise you're on the last kind of disused railway track that's just flat. There's no more climbing, no more bogs to push through, and you just know it's all downhill. And then you get to the coast and you're like, oh,
Done.
thank goodness that's
And then
over.
it's all fine.
Yeah, and fish and
It is,
chips
yeah.
to celebrate, and it wasn't that bad really, was it?